Hello and welcome to today's video. My name is Alexi and I'm the creator of Bukuras tutorials, the perfect place for any study organization or time management tips. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about how to create the perfect study space. A place that has all of your necessary materials, is somewhere that you can be productive, and is also an environment where you enjoy working. I've broken this video up into 3 simple steps that will help you create the perfect study space. If you find this video helpful, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. I come out with new videos every Thursday, so also hit that subscribe button so you never miss out on any videos. So let's jump right into it, creating the perfect study space. So the first thing that you need to do when creating a study space is to make sure that you have all of the appropriate physical materials that you're going to need to be productive. This can include any writing utensils, notebooks, folders, textbooks, rulers, calculators, the list can go on and on. Now, of course, everyone's situation is different. Some of the things that I recommend you might not need, and there might be things that aren't on my list that you do need. Just be sure to adjust as appropriate. If you want to figure this out on your own, what I recommend is giving yourself 1 week. As you work throughout the week, keep a list of all of the materials that you go to reach for. So for instance, maybe you need a couple more highlighters or a Sharpie or a calculator. A week should be a good amount of time for you to create a list of all of the materials that you need to be productive in school. At the end of the week, you'll have a nice long list, and then you can collect all of your materials from that list. Having all of your materials at your study space is going to help because you're not going to need to get up and go grab them when needed. Once you've gathered all of the appropriate materials for your study space, try to make sure that each material has its own place. This is going to help keep your space clutter-free. I know personally for myself, keeping my space clutter-free allows me to be much more focused and productive. If I have pens, pencils, and notebooks all around my desk, it just makes it a lot harder to focus. Next, you want to make sure that you have all of your technology devices. As I mentioned before, everyone's situation is different, so make sure you have everything that you need to be productive. This could include a laptop, an iPad, chargers, and any accessories that go along with them. Again, if you're unsure of exactly what you're going to need, give yourself a week and keep track of every piece of technology that you use throughout the week. Once you've created a list, then you can grab all of those materials and make sure that you include them in your study space. The last thing that you'll need to add to your study space are some personal touches. Now, some people love studying, some people really don't love studying. So having a few items that put a smile on your face is just gonna bring some joy to your study sessions. These can include pictures of you, your friends, and your family, a lamp, some motivational quotes, anything that is going to make you feel comfortable, productive, and happy while you are studying. So to sum this up, there are 3 things that you can do when creating your study space. You first want to make sure that you have all of your physical materials, then you want to make sure you have all your technology devices, and then lastly, you want to add any personal touches to your study space. Now, as I've mentioned a couple of times, everyone's situation is different. Some people love to have a lot of school supplies and some people don't. Don't feel like you have to have an endless supply of different colored pens, pencils, and notebooks in order to be productive. If you want to, that's totally fine. Do what makes you happy. However, as long as you have a pen, a notebook, and a few other materials, that is a perfect start to make sure that you are productive for school. Now, for those of you that don't have a set table or desk that you work at regularly, here's what you can do to make sure that you still have a study space wherever you are. You want to gather all of the necessary supplies that we've discussed in this video. So your physical materials, your technology devices, and any personal touches. Once you've gathered all those materials, then you can place them in a small bag. That way, no matter where you are, you can just take the small bag with you and it still has all of the materials that you'll need. Even though I have a desk in my apartment, I still like moving around and sitting at different places while I work. Sometimes I'll sit on the couch, sometimes I'll sit at the kitchen table. And so having my materials in a small bag allows me to just grab my bag and move to wherever I'm feeling most productive at that time. So I hope this gave you some inspiration to create your perfect study space or your perfect traveling study space. Remember that no matter where you are working, you just want to make sure that you're being productive. So if you're most productive working at a desk, make sure you always work at a desk. If you're most productive in multiple places around your house, then make sure you always have that bag with your materials ready to go. If you haven't done so already, please be sure to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any future videos. If there's a topic that you'd like me to make a video on in the future, just leave a comment down below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.